Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Bobbles and Berries podcast. My name is Ode and I'm coming to you from Edinburgh in Scotland. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. It's so nice to see you again. And if you're a new viewer, then welcome. This is a podcast where I talk about my knitting, my sewing, a bit of crochet sometimes. All the kind of crafty things that I like doing. I think this is episode 4 now, which is really nice. Like I'm really happy to be recording those podcasts, and I'm glad to find the time to do it. Let's see what we have to talk about today. I'm looking at my notes over here. I have a bit of knitting. I don't have any finished objects. Well, I do, but they're Christmas gifts. I'm not going to show them today. I'll make a separate video just for the stuff that I made as Christmas present, and then so I can publish it after Christmas so that the people who it's for don't see it before they actually get it. That made no sense. The knitting things that I can show you today are not finished objects. I have a couple. I have one finished sewing object, and I have a bit of crochet too. I did a giveaway in the last episode, just as a thank you for all your nice comments and the likes and everything, the subscribes. We went over 500 subscribers quite quickly, and it blows my mind, and I'm so grateful, and so I wanted to do a little giveaway. So I will announce the winner in this episode a little bit later on. And I think that's all I wanted to say. Oh, if you want to find me elsewhere, I'm mostly active on Instagram as Bobbles and Berries. I also have a Ravelry account, which I use to I do project pages, and I update my stash, but I don't really use all the chat and forum features of Ravelry. I don't find it very easy to use, but I'm still there. I'm on Ravelry if you want to find me there, and I do update stuff quite often, so I log in quite often. So if you message me there, I'll probably see it fairly quickly. Or you can also email me if you want to get in touch at bubblesandberries@gmail.com. All right, I think that's all the admin. Grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or whatever drink you like. I am drinking tea today. It is a blood orange rooibos. I think that's how you say that word. I'm not sure how you say that word, but it's very tasty. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna start with the knitting. Like I said, no finished objects today, but I have 2 works in progress. The first one is this, which you have seen. I've talked about it in the past couple episodes, and it is my No Frills sweater by Petite Knit that I am knitting out of Jamieson & Smith 2-ply jumper weight yarn. I am making progress on it. It is very slow going. Part of that, the reason why, is that it's fingering weight, so fingering weight jumper always takes quite a bit of time, and also because I've been doing a lot of Christmas knitting, or gift knitting. I haven't knitted on it as much as I want to. So I'm keeping it in this bag that I've showed before. I'm not going to go on and on about it because I've talked about it in the past couple episodes, so you can go back to that if you want to find out more. But this is the bag I'm keeping it in. I sewed this bag and my dad embroidered it for me. Really like it. And then, the yarn I'm using is this cone by Jamieson & Smith. It is 100% Shetland wool, 500 grams, and the shade is 1285. It's like a nice fall color. It knits up really, really well. Oh, and this is a new thing that I have actually, that I bought this month. I guess it's an acquisition if you want. I think it's called a yarn dispenser or something like that. It's by Knit Pro, which I think Knit Pro, is it Knit Pro? That's Knitter's Pride in North America or something. Anyway, it's by Knit Pro here, and it's just, that's basically what it is, and it spins. And so you can just put cones on it, and that makes it easy, really easy to get your yarn. I think it would also work quite well with the yarns that you buy in a ball, and so, or like I guess any even cakes if you pull from the outside. I think that would be really helpful. I think it would also be really nice if you have a cone. Sorry, if you have a cone that you want to feed through a ball winder to make just a smaller cake of yarn, so that you can just pull and then it would spin. Because otherwise I feel like it would be a bit annoying or a bit tricky. So yeah, so that's the yarn. I'm going to put it down. And then that is the jumper. So I have made some progress since last time. I am almost finished with the body. I'm on the rib right now. And I think I have, I don't know, I have maybe 2 centimeters done, and I think I need to do 6 or 6.5 or something like this. It is going really well. I'm really, really enjoying knitting with this yarn a lot, and as much as I would like to be done with it, to be able to wear it, I'm also really enjoying the process of knitting it, so I don't mind that it's taking so much time. So yeah. Like I said in past episodes, because I'm using fingering weight yarn where the pattern calls for DK, and I'm quite a tight knitter, my gauge is way off, and so I'm ending up making a size large, which should give me, if my math is right, a size something between extra small and small once it's done and washed and blocked, which is the size that I want. I'm sorry, I got yarn fluff in my nose. So yeah, so I've been trying it on as I go, because I've had to adjust like the length, like she says in the pattern to knit for like 49 centimeters before doing the rib, but because of how my yarn is going to grow in the wash and all of this, I've had to adjust that and knit a bit less and all of this, but I've been trying it on as I go, and it's fitting as it should right now, taking into consideration how it's going to change once blocked, because it grows a little bit, not very much, but it grows a little bit. So so yeah, I really like the color. It's quite lightweight, but I think it's going to be very warm. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to wearing it. I think it's not the only thing that I'm going to knit on until the end of the month, but it is going to be my priority, I guess. And then in December I'll start a couple more gift knits that I want to make, but I really want to get moving with this. I'm going to finish the body hopefully by the end of the week, finish the rib, and then I think I'll bind off. I don't know that she gives, I can't remember if she gives a specific instruction for the kind of bind off to use, but because there's a ribbed hem, a 1x1 rib, I'm gonna do a tubular bind off. I think it's the one that looks best. I quite enjoy doing it too, like with the sewing needles and all of this. It just takes forever, but I don't mind, and I'm used to it enough now that I don't need to do it in one go. I can stop and then find where I was, no problem. So I'll do that, and then I'll get onto the sleeves, which should go quite fast because the circumference is much smaller. I think there's a little bit of sleeve shaping. I read the pattern, but I can't remember now, so I'll see when I get there. And yeah, it's really fun. It's really mindless knitting. I've been knitting on this in front of the TV, and I've been really, really enjoying it. I'm actually curious to see how much yarn I have left. At the end, the cone was 500 grams, which is more than enough for me, for my size anyway, to make a jumper. And I'm hoping, based on how much I have left now, I think I may have enough at the end to do, like, not to do another jumper, definitely not, but maybe to do a vest or something like this. I'll have to see. Otherwise, I'll just save it for some color work thing later on. I don't think I would do hats or something like this because I've tried this on before blocking and it is prickly. It's not on me anyway. It's not scratchy that I want to take it off, but it is prickly, and so I don't think, like, I think a hat directly on my face would be a bit too much, but we'll see. So yeah, that's my no frills sweater in progress by Petite Knit. I think I'll knit this pattern more, at least a couple more times. I'd like to make it with a strand of fingering and a strand of mohair, which is what the pattern calls for. Maybe in like a dark, sort of like evergreen kind of green or something like that. But yeah, it's such a nice, easy pattern. And it goes with everything, doesn't it? Like just a plain, not plain in a bad way, but in a good way, like a plain basic jumper. It's just super easy to wear. So yeah, that's my first knitting project, my first work in progress. We'll see where I'm at the next time that I record. Hopefully at least done with one sleeve, but we'll see. No rush. All right, I'm gonna put this down and then I will move on to my second knitting project. I apologize for the light. It's winter in Scotland, so yeah, it's dark. That's just the way it is. So yeah, my second work in progress and knitting project is a pair of socks that I am making for my husband for Christmas. So it's technically a Christmas present, but he's seen the yarn before, so I feel like I can show it to you and be fine. And I don't think he watches the podcast anyway because he's not allowed. I don't want him to watch it. So yeah, so this is the sock. Let me grab the sock blocker, maybe I can show better. All right, so I'm keeping it in, first things first, I'm keeping it in one of my bags. So this is, if you don't know, but I'm sure you know by now, I embroider and sew project bags and I sell them on Etsy. So this is one of my designs. I created it this year as part of a collaboration with Edelweiss Fiber. It was like a little Christmas thing. So I had this bag and she dyed a skein of yarn. And so we sold this back in September, and now they've all been done and shipped, and a few people have received them already, so it's really nice. And this bag, so it was sold as a kit with the yarn for Christmas this year, but then I will sell it as a standalone thing if you want just a bag starting in January. So if you missed out and wanted one of the bags, then they'll become available again in January. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'll post all those things on Instagram too if you want to stay up to date. Anyway, enough ramble. This is the sock that I am making for my husband. So I have this much made on the first one, and then the other one I just started the leg, so I'm not going to show you, it's just a leg. But yeah, that's what it looks like so far. The yarn is by Giddy Yarns. It is a yarn that I bought, I had the tag somewhere. Oh, there it is. It is a yarn that I bought at Perth Yarn Festival that I went to in Perth in Scotland in September. It's some of her self-striping, which is really, really beautiful. This is her logo. And it's, so it's self-striping, sock yarn 75/25, 425 meters per 100 grams, and the colorway is called Highlands. And so this is what it looks like. It comes in a ball. It actually comes in a ball. That's the second one, in a ball like this. She hand winds them all, which is mad. Like, it's so much work. It's so beautiful. And so what I did is that because I wanted them to be somewhat matching, so I divided the ball into 2 50-gram balls or cakes. Also because I like to knit them in tandem, so I don't want to have to finish one sock and then start the second one. I like to do them at the same time. So yes, that's the yarn, and then this is how it knits up, and I think it's really nice. So you've got 5 colors, that lilac-y color here, the purple, the teal, the dark green, and the light green. And I'm doing, I think you can see here, I'm doing a 3x1 rib because my husband has really big feet. He's a UK size 14, I think. Makes it very tricky to find shoes for him in regular stores. He usually has to order them online, and also they're quite wide feet. So I figure with the rib, it fits him usually. You know, it's more stretchy than plain stockinette. So yeah, so I've got the leg on this one, and then for the heel and the toes, I'm using a mini skein that I had, and I don't know. This is what it looks like. It's like a dark green. It's not exactly the same as this green, but I think it matches the sock anyway. It's from a different dyer. It's from, I think, Botanical Yarn. She's a dyer in the UK, and early last year I ordered one of her mystery boxes. I think she was sort of emptying some of her stock just to have some space for new stock. And so I ordered a mystery box, and I got this mini skein in it, and I think it's working really well because my husband has such big feet. 100 grams of yarn is not enough for a pair of socks for him. I think, like, not by much, but I think for a previous pair that I made for him, I used like 450 meters, and like 100 skein of sock yarn is usually 425. So I would like to use as much of the self-striping yarn as possible. So I thought I would do with a contrasting toes and heels, but not cuffs. I should be fine. I should have enough yarn. I should use most of it. And then I get to use this mini as well. So yeah, I think it's working out really well. I'm really enjoying knitting on it. I think it's my first time actually knitting with self-striping, and it's so addictive. I really, really like it. Yeah, you just want to do, I'll do one more stripe, especially because they're quite wide. I'm doing 72 stitches around. The stripes are fairly thin, I would say. But yeah, that's my second knitting project, my second whip, and yeah, I'll have these done for Christmas. But yeah, so right now I'm knitting on this to get these done, and I'm knitting on my no frills sweater to get this done. And then I have a couple Christmas things that I want to make, but I'll start this December 1st, I think. Yeah, you gotta be organized when you have all that knitting to do. Anyway, so yeah, that's my second and last knitting project. Hopefully I can show you these finished the next time. I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna have a little sip of tea. The weather is really gloomy today, which is fine. It's autumn, so that's what you'd expect. But the past 3 days we've had such beautiful days, like really cold, really crisp, but bright blue sky. It was really, really nice. All right, I'm going to move into sewing now. I have one sewing project for you, which is a dress. I'm going to grab it. And this is what it looks like. I'm not wearing it today because I think, you know, sometimes like check pattern or stripes just look weird on camera. They look a bit fuzzy, so I wasn't sure how this one was doing, so I figured I wouldn't wear it, but I would just show it to you on the hanger. So this is actually that's the Arum, I don't know how you say it. This ARUM dress pattern by Deer and Doe, which is a really lovely pattern company. I think they are a French company, but all their patterns are available in French and in English. And this dress is a very nice, very simple dress. They say it's a beginner pattern, and it definitely is a beginner pattern. If you've never sewn before, you'll be just fine. Definitely one to try if you want to give a go at making your own clothes. And so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna try, yeah, here you can see it. So basically the front and the sleeves is just one piece. You don't have to set in sleeves, which is a bit, it's not difficult, it's a bit tricky. So it's just one piece. And then the back, on the other hand, to make it a bit interesting, is 3 pieces. I don't know if you can see, yeah, here maybe you can see the seam where the pattern isn't matching. It's got princess seams in the back. So the back is 3 pieces. So you have a narrow one in the middle, and then one on this side with the sleeve and one on this side with the sleeve. So you just have to sew those 3 together and then sew the sides with the front, so the shoulders, and that's pretty much it. It has a pocket, which I don't know that you can see because I think I managed my pattern matching really well, but now I don't know that it's very visible. And the cat is meowing behind the door, I'm sorry. And yes, it's got a pocket, and yeah, the only other little thing is that it has a, I don't know what it's called in English. Is it called a facing? When you have like this, you know, so that you don't just have a raw edge. I think it's called a facing, I'm not sure. But yeah, so that you sew to the neckline so you don't have a raw edge, and then you just do a few invisible stitches at the front, the back, and on the shoulders, so it doesn't move, you know, so it doesn't stick out when you're wearing it. So yeah, the fabric is a brushed cotton tartan by, I bought it from Fabric Godmother. I don't think it's their own line. They have their own line, and then they also, their own, not their own line, makes no sense. Their own fabrics that they design themselves, and then they also sell other kinds of fabric. And I'm not sure this is one of theirs, but it's very, very, very nice, very soft, quite drapey for cotton, quite warm, and yeah, extremely comfortable to wear. I'll put a picture of what it looks like on the model, like the pictures that the pattern brand has on their website, and it fits me just the same. I also put a picture on Instagram if you want to have a look at that. But yeah, very easy to make. I made life a bit complicated for myself by choosing a tartan fabric because then I had to pattern match. But yeah, other than that, it's just very easy. If you have a fabric that you don't need to pattern match, then definitely, and you've never sewn before, but you want to give it a go, this is definitely the pattern for you. So yeah, I think I ordered, I'm going to put it away. I think I ordered 2 meters of fabric. Let me see how much it says. Yeah, it says to get 2.1 meters of fabric if your fabric is 140 wide. So I got just 2 because the shop I could only buy by ½ meter, so it was either 2 meter or 2.5. So I just got 2 because I'm doing one of the smaller sizes. I figured it would be fine. And yeah, it worked just fine. I have quite a bit of fabric left over, although I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it because I don't have a whole width of the fabric left over. Because of pattern matching, I've had to move things around, so I just have long strips. So I don't know that I can make something for me out of it, but I might make something for like baby clothes or something to give away as gifts. I have a book that's just patterns for babies, and yeah, I might just do that, and then I have some gifts ready for when people in my family have babies. So yeah, is there anything that I wanted to say about this? Oh yeah, I made the size 38, so they're European sizes. So I made a size 38, which is bust is 37 inches, waist is, for the finished garment it is, waist is 31.75 inches, and hip is 42 inches. When I took my measurement, and that happens a lot to me, is that my chest is smaller than, well, it's not smaller, but my chest would have been a size 38, and then my waist and hips would have been a size 40. And I made a mock-up out of an old bedsheet to give it a go, because I thought I could do 38 for everything, which meant that I didn't have to grade the pattern, which is always easier. And yeah, definitely, like the mock-up, like it was fine, it fit, but I didn't need all that ease. And so I ended up doing size 38 for all of it. I think it's not like the closest fitting dress, and it's not intended to be. And I don't think I could have gone down to 36, because then it would have been too tight around the shoulder. You know, sometimes when you have something that's a bit tight and you do like this, it pulls in the back, it's uncomfortable. So yeah, the size 38 was perfect for me. I've kept all my pattern pieces, and I think I will do it again if I find a fabric that inspires me to do that pattern again, because it's really easy. I don't have to cut the pattern pieces again because I've already done that, and it's extremely comfortable. So yeah, I think I'll wear this all winter with black tights or something like that. I know some people find tartan Christmassy, which I get. It's not like I don't necessarily associate it with Christmas only. It's more of a winter thing for me, but I might wear it on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve for sure. So yeah, I'm really happy with this dress, and I would definitely recommend the pattern. Definitely recommend the fabric, and I will do it again. Yeah, that's all I have to say about my sewing. I'm going to put this away. I feel like I say this after every object. I'm going to put this away. And then I'm going to have a sip, and I will move on to crochet. So my crochet object that I want to show you is actually, it's not something that I made this year. It's something that I made last year, but it is relevant to this year, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to show it to you. So to give you a bit of a background story, ever since we met, my husband and I have been giving each other advent calendars every year. And usually that means that he gives me one, he buys me one, and I make him one, because he's not that creative or like DIY and all. It's not necessarily like his thing. But yeah, I've been making him, just, you know, getting like little things and wrapping them in some nice paper and all of this, and he's enjoyed it quite a bit, and I've enjoyed making it quite a bit as well. But then last year we moved to this flat, which is the first flat that we bought together, and I wanted to make something a little bit more special and something that we could possibly reuse every year, you know, to make it nice, just make it nice. And so this is what I made. Is I'm going to pop a picture, and I'm sorry, the quality of the picture is probably terrible, because it was taken in our bedroom, which is north facing, in December in Scotland, so it's pretty dark. But I made little stockings, one for every day of Advent, so 24, that I then hung on wooden sticks, wooden dowels, in the shape of a triangle to make a Christmas tree, and you're going to see the picture. And I put some string lights around it, fairy lights, and each of the little stockings I filled with something, a little gift, a little snack, a little chocolate or whatever. And these are the stockings that I made. They're all crocheted. I'm showing you 4 because I made, oh, there you go. I made 4 different types, and then I made 6 of each for 24. So this is a pattern that I found online, not on Ravelry, I think, maybe just online. I typed crocheted stockings or something like that. And it's a pattern by someone called Jen Hayes Creation. It's called gift card stockings because the idea is that you can slide a gift card in it. That's her size range that she uses. And so I've switched a few things with the yarns and everything, but this is what I ended up with. So the first design is this. So cuff, heel and toe, different color from the sock itself. And then I've added on each of them a little piece of cardboard with a number on it, and it has a little loop you can run the wooden dowel through it, and then it just hangs like this. That's one. The other one is, oops, like this. So the colors are reversed, so red, white, and white, and then at the top is some fluffy yarn, very soft. And then I added some little pom-poms. And then next one is this, all red with the white fluff. And then the other one, the last one is this. So white, red, red, and then like a folded cuff, sort of like a rib, or you know how you do ribs in ribbing and crochet. So yeah, it's been so much fun. I spent a whole month, and I wanted it to be a surprise. So I was working in my office, and he was not allowed to come in, and he had to knock before he came in and close his eyes and everything because I didn't want him to see, and he had no idea I was doing this. So it was really fun when he saw it, because I hung it in the bedroom and everything, and then I just didn't say anything. And then the next time he went into the bedroom, he saw it, and yeah, he was really, really happy. And it was so much fun to make. The yarn that I used, let me see. I have it on my iPad because I use Knit Companion and I write everything in there. All right, so the yarn that I used is James C. Brett Rustic Aran Tweed in red and in beige. 400 grams skeins, 695 meters. 20% wool, 77% acrylic, and 3% viscose. And I did everything with a 4mm hook. The light is terrible, I'm sorry. So yeah, this is, you can choose any yarn really. It says Aran. I don't remember what let me see what the pattern calls for. I think the pattern called for something a bit thinner. I can't remember. All it does is that it's gonna affect the size of the stocking, and mine are a bit bigger than the ones on the pattern, but it doesn't matter really. So you can use any yarn that you like. And yeah, it's really fun, really easy to make. It's crochet in the round. It's just double crochet, so nothing fancy. And yeah, really, really fun. And then I usually fill it with, I don't know, little things like M&Ms, chocolates, Christmas tea, you know, just like fun little things. So yeah, that is my crochet project, not from this year, but that I really wanted to share with you because I think it's really fun. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun putting it back together this year, which I'm probably gonna do over the weekend. And yeah, I thought it was a good idea to share, even just to make one, or like the pattern is intended just to make one and then you put a gift card in it, which is really nice. So yeah, maybe you'll be inspired and want to do something like this. Yeah. All right, that is all the items that I wanted to show you. This episode is going to be a bit shorter because of all the Christmas stuff that I can't show you yet. But yeah, how about we announce the giveaway winner now? So I'll put up a picture. I did a random comment picker, I think it's called it, online. I'll show the picture, and so just as a reminder, so the person who won the giveaway won this yarn by Sherry Iris. It's a beautiful yarn, a sock set. I absolutely love her. I love her yarn. This is one that I bought. It was in my stash as like a mystery monthly club. And it's just so happened that the colors aren't particularly my colors, that kind of purple and green, which is absolutely fine. You know, when you get a mystery, there's always the chance that, or the risk, I guess, that the card is not going to be yours. And I probably would have knitted it as a gift for someone, but then I thought, wouldn't it be so much better if it went to someone, if I could give it away to someone who loves it and will, who really love those colors and will enjoy knitting with them. So yeah, so the winner is getting this beautiful yarn, and as well as one of my project bags I'm going to make for them. And I'd asked in the last episode if you wanted to enter the giveaway, to leave a comment and tell me which bag you wanted, so I know what to make for you. And so the winner is, I don't know that I can do a fake drum roll or something, so I'm not, this is silly. The winner is Vicky Shaw. Congratulations, Vicky. I think you're in Canada, which is fine. I'll ship all the way to Canada. And so you have won the yarn and a bag, and I think you wrote in your comment that you would like a medium-sized bag with the sheep on it, Maisie and Daisy. It's this bag. This is the small size here, but yeah, this bag. So yeah, congratulations. I will leave my email below. It's bobblesandberries@gmail.com, and if you wouldn't mind sending me an email and confirming that this is still the bag that you would like, and also letting me know what address you would like me to ship it to, and then I'll get right on it. I'll make the bag for you, and then I'll ship everything over to you. So yeah, thank you to everyone who commented, to everyone who participated in the giveaway, and congratulations again, Vicky. And I'm sure we'll do plenty of other giveaways in the future. So thank you. That was really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to making this bag for you. All right, so that's the giveaway winner. I have a few acquisitions that I wanted to show you, but if it's not your thing, then obviously feel free to stop watching now. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. And then if you are interested by acquisitions, I don't have a lot, then I will show you. So I'm going to start with fabric. So I have a couple fabric acquisitions. So we're hosting Christmas this year. My mom and my sister and their partners are coming up. And so I wanted to make it a bit special. And it's the first year, or I guess it's the second year that we're living in this flat, and we have a fireplace, which we absolutely enjoy using all the time. And I thought I was going to make some stockings. So now stockings hanging on the fireplace or things like that, it's not really a French thing. It's not something that we do at home. It's just, or maybe it's just my family, but I think overall it's not a very French thing, but it's still very fun. My husband is Canadian, and that's definitely something that they do at home. I used to live in the US for a while, and that's definitely something that is done over there. And I don't know, it's just fun. So I thought I was going to make some stockings because I don't have any. There will be 6 of us, so I'll make 6. And I bought this fabric. Can you tell that I'm obsessed with tartan? I just love it. And so I have 2. They're the same, just different colors. One is green and one is red. And I have 1/2 meter of each. And so yeah, I think I'm going to make 3 of each. I don't have a pattern yet. I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to look for a picture online, or sort of like an outline of a stocking printed out in the size that feels right to me. and then cut it out of this, and then I might do a cuff in like a sort of like a beige kind of fabric, and then have a little wooden tag with the initial of the person that will get that stocking. I think it doesn't make any sense when I describe it like that, but I found inspiration on Pinterest, and I'll put the picture here so you get a sense of what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm still debating of whether I want to line it or not. I think I might line it just because, you know, when it has stuff in it, it loses its shape a bit, and so it's nice if the lining looks nice, or the inside looks nice, and it might also make sewing the cuff a bit easier, but we'll see. But yeah, definitely a project to do very soon, and yeah, I'm quite excited about it. I bought these hooks for the mantle piece because I wasn't really sure how to hang them, but I found on Etsy a shop that prints like 3D print, if that's how you say it, hooks that like slides onto the mantelpiece and then has a little hook at the underneath where you can hang your stocking, and it's brilliant. It works perfectly. We got them in black because our mantelpiece is black, so you can't really see, it's not obvious, you know, it's not kind of ugly or anything. And yeah, so I'm quite excited about this. I will show you in a future episode once they're made what they look like, but I think it's going to be really fun. I just have to like, find stuff to put in them now. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I might look around, maybe find some British or Scottish things, because yeah, my family is French, obviously I'm French too. So like maybe stuff that they wouldn't find in France so easily, but like little like teas from here, or like maybe like tea cakes. Do you know tea cakes? I don't particularly like tea cakes, but my husband loves them, and I think they might enjoy them. So yeah, just like fun little things. They're not going to be very big. I think they're going to be maybe this big, because it's not a big fireplace and I don't want it to get close to the fire, obviously, but we'll see. It'll be fun. So yeah, that's acquisition number 1 for fabric. And I have a couple of things, a couple of skeins of yarn that I wanted to show you. So the first one is this one that I got yesterday, or the day before, no, yesterday. It is by the Camel's Yarn. I've talked about Hannah of the Camel's Yarn before. Really like her yarn. She's based in Cornwall in the south of England, and this is her, I don't know if it's this year's Christmas colorway or if it's one that she has done before and she's bringing back now, but it's called Partridge in a Pear Tree, and it has some red and green and a bit of cream or like natural yarn color and some speckles. She has pictures of her website of a swatch to see how it looks like knitted up, and it's really beautiful. This is a sock yarn, so fingering weight, standard sock, 75-25, 425 meters per 100 grams. And I'm gonna make myself a pair of socks, a pair of DK socks, I think. I'm gonna hold it double. I have a few Christmas sock yarn that are all shades of red and green, and not my goal, but my dream, I guess that sounds a bit intense, I would like in the future to have made enough Christmas socks, all in shades of green and red, to have 30 pairs or 31 pairs, and to be able to have one pair for every day of December. I think that would be really fun. I'm really excited about that. I think for now I'll be also happy with like 5 or 7, and then I can wash them and wear them the next week. But yeah, I think it's really fun. So I'm definitely going to cast this on very soon, especially DK socks. I'm just going to do vanilla DK socks, so that they're all the same pattern wise, but then I can let the yarn shine. And so DK socks go really fast, and I don't have big feet, so they're even faster for me. So yeah, I'm really excited. So that's the Camel's Yarn. And then the other one that I got is this one by Beehive Yarn. It's my first time buying from Beehive Yarn, although I've been following her on Instagram for a very long time. And it's this gorgeous brown rust color. It's called Fox Tails. And the base is called Audrey. It's a 75-25 merino nylon sock yarn, 425 meters per 100 grams. And yeah, it is a solid color. It is really beautiful. And I bought this to make the Grow socks by Fiber Tales. I'll pop a picture up there. And I really like that pattern. And I'm thinking I kind of want to make one pair of that pattern per season. So I think this will be the autumn one in that color. I might make like a nice frosty gray one for winter, maybe a green one for spring, and then I don't really wear woolly socks in the summer. I mean, it is Scotland, but it's not that cold. But maybe like a golden yellow one for summer. Just there are a few cold days. You never know. I don't know. I'll see. But I'm really looking forward to knitting with it, and I absolutely love that pattern. So I will give it a go. And yeah, very, very happy with this yarn. I'll definitely order more from Beehive Yarns. I don't know why I haven't ordered from her before, but really happy with it. So yeah, those are my acquisitions. And then one last acquisitions that I have, that was actually a gift from my husband. I was talking about advent calendar before, and so I'm making him one, and he got me a yarn one this year, which I'm so grateful for, because it's absolutely gorgeous. Or I assume, I know it's gorgeous, but I haven't seen the actual skeins yet. And so I'm going to show you what I can show you. So it came in this beautiful box. He got me the one from Sherry Iris, which is the yarn that I'm giving away as a giveaway, and I have plenty of other yarn from her. I absolutely love it all. Trust her 100% that the advent is going to be absolutely beautiful in colors I'm going to love. And yeah, I can't wait, and I'm so grateful for the gift, because advent calendars aren't cheap and probably something that I couldn't afford, but I'm so happy that he gave it to me. So yeah, so it came in this gorgeous box, very sturdy, so box I'm definitely going to reuse after that. And then I'm going to show you, I've had a little peek. I haven't looked at the yarn, I've just looked at what it looks like inside the box, so I don't think it's that bad, but yeah, I'm going to show you what it's like inside. If you've ordered that calendar too and don't want to look, or don't want to know what it's like inside before the 1st of December, then look away. But yeah, I'm going to show you. So it comes with 25, so she had several options, with like just the minis, or with the sock set, or sock yarn, or also with project bags, because she makes project bags. I got the one with the 24 minis and the sock yarn on Christmas Day, with the full skein, the 100-gram skein. And so what you get is every day you get a mini skein and a little story, because she's created a whole world of story. It's called the Foxglove Tale. And every day, so she has created all those little characters. There's a foxglove cottage with humans living in it, and then near it is the foxglove woods with all sorts of little animals, rabbits and birds and all of this, and they all have names and a personality and a story. And so she's written a whole story for all of Advent, and every day you get a little chapter, I guess. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's so much work. I'm in awe of her and her creativity and what she can do. So yeah, and then there's going to be a little bit of crickling, I'm sorry. And yeah, this is what it looks like inside. We've got the 100-gram skeins here, and then all the little bundles. And then you get little treats every now and then along with your mini skein of yarn. Like, I don't know what they are, it will be a surprise, but yeah, and they're just so nice. It's all fabric. It's not paper, it's fabric. The mini skein itself isn't wrapped in tissue paper, so you don't see what it is until you open it. But the bags are fabric. It blows my mind. It's so nice. It must have taken her so long to sew all of this, and I think she's made more than 100 calendars this year. And yeah, like, so much work. I know advent calendars tend to be quite expensive, but when you see the amount of work that goes into them, it's just like, you can't complain really. So yeah, I'm really excited to start knitting with this. I've decided what I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna make the Dust of Snow wrap. I'm gonna put up a picture here. It is designed to use Advent mini skeins, 24 mini skeins, and that you hold double with a strand of mohair. So I got some kid silk, Drops Kid Silk white mohair to hold double with it, because you know, white is fine, like it will go with everything, whatever the colors are. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The pattern says that you need about 14 grams of each color, and the minis are 20. So I think I might have enough yarn after that to make one pair, if not two, of stripy socks. And if I start them at the same time, I mean that every day I can just add a stripe, and at the end I should have the wrap and then a pair of socks. I just need to get a pair of my socks to see how many rows I need, or I knit, and then divide this by 24 to see how many rounds of each color I should make. But yeah, anyway, that's a bit of math that I will do. And then when I opened this the other day, I was like, oh my god, those little bags, those little fabric bags are so nice. I don't want to throw them away, but at the same time I was like, what am I going to do with them? And I think what I'm going to do with them is that I'm going to stuff them with lavender and then sew them closed, and then I'll have lots of little lavender sachets, because you always need those, right? And that way I get to keep all of it. And yeah, I think it will be really nice. I'm really excited. It's the first year that I get an advent calendar like this, and I'm really, really excited. And I can't wait to see what the colors are, and I can't wait to read the story. I think my husband is really excited about the story too, because in the box there's a little note with all the characters, and so I was reading it to him the other day, and he was like, oh, that's so cool, like that's so sweet. So I think we'll just every day we'll read the little story together, and I think it'll be really nice. So yeah, that's my advent calendar, and I'm really excited. And I will show you the progress as I might record a couple episodes in December, and I'll show you the progress as I knit on it. But yeah, can't wait to see what the colorways are. So yeah, I think that's all I have to show today. It's a bit of a shorter episode, which is nice because my episodes are very long, and I know a lot of you have said you don't mind longer episodes, but it's a bit tiring for me actually to record that long and then to edit and all of this. So I'll see, maybe I'll try to keep it closer to an hour or under an hour and record maybe a bit more often in the future, but yeah, we'll see. I know a couple of you, or more than a couple actually, commented on a few of my past episodes and asked if I would share a little bit about me and my life and all of this. And yeah, I guess I haven't done it before just because I don't think my life is that interesting. But yeah, I'd be happy to. There's not much to say at the moment, but yeah, we can do a little bit of live chat. Let me get my knitting so I can get do something with my hands while I talk. Yeah, what have we been up to this week? So work is slowing down for me. I'm self-employed. I'm a knitting pattern translator and a tech editor, and usually December gets a bit quiet. It's completely normal. End of November, December. So yeah, so that's been doing what it does every year. I'm expecting maybe a couple more, like 2-3 more projects in the coming weeks, but we'll see. What else? Yeah, like I said, my family is coming for Christmas this year. We're hosting it. It's the first time that we're hosting Christmas. They're coming from France, so it's my mom and her partner and my sister and her partner, and then there will be my husband and I, so it will be 6 of us. My mom and her partner have been to Scotland before. They visited us once before. My sister and her partner have never been, so I think it'll be really fun. They're coming for a week, and we've got a few fun things planned. We're going to go to the Christmas market in Edinburgh that started yesterday or the day before. We're also going to go on a little day trip to visit a distillery and a castle and those sorts of things. Outdoorsy things are a bit limited in winter because either it's quite cold or it gets dark really quickly. But you know, we'll see what we do. We're gonna do Christmas Eve dinner at my place, and then Christmas Day lunch at their place. So they're getting an Airbnb near us because we just don't have the space to have 4 people staying here. So yeah, we'll do this. I haven't really figured out what I'm gonna make yet, but there's still a bit of time. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited that they're coming. I think it will be really fun. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that COVID doesn't mess things up, but it looks like it's going to be fine. They're all vaccinated, and I think my mom and her partner are getting their 3rd booster shot in a week or so. So they'll be like fully vaccinated. My sister, it's a bit too soon for her. And then I think they just need to get to do a COVID test, like a PCR test on the 2nd day, or like within 2 days of being here. So that'll be fine. We'll just order some somewhere, and they'll do that. So yeah, and then I haven't had my 3rd shot yet because again, too soon for me. My husband had it yesterday along with the flu jab. That's what Scotland is doing right now. In Scotland, you're offered both at the same time if you're eligible, and he is. So it went well. He's feeling a bit under the weather today, but that's to be expected. But yeah, so we're really happy with that too. And yeah, I don't think I have much more to say, to be honest. We're going to put up the Christmas tree, I think, this coming weekend. So it would be the last weekend of November. But December is next week. And I would rather do it at the weekend because the way we do our Christmas tree, so we have a fake tree, just because we have the cats and it's a bit safer to have a fake tree than to have a real one. I think if they eat a bit of the real tree, it's quite toxic for them. So we do that. We use a fake one, and then I like to decorate it with more like natural things because like regular baubles and all of this are very pretty, but we don't really have the space to store it throughout the year. And so with things like we do orange slices that we dry in the oven, and we use pine cones that we've gathered in the woods near us, and cinnamon sticks and things like that, and then we can just put in the compost. And yeah, so we're gonna do that. And so I like to do it over a weekend because it takes quite a bit of time. You know, the oranges, I think they have to be in the oven for several hours, but it looks really nice. It smells lovely. And also, well, supposedly cats don't really like the scent of orange, and so we were hoping last year when we did that meant I wouldn't get too close to the tree and try to, I don't know, climb up the tree or anything. And so they have not climbed up the tree, so that's a good thing. But they're still hanging near the tree, like just licking, I don't know, stuff. And yeah, so I don't think they mind the scent too much. But they're not climbing up the tree, which is good, because we don't want to be woken up in the middle of the night by the tree falling down in the middle of the living room. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice Christmas. It's gonna be nice to see my family. I haven't seen them in 2 years. The last time I saw them was Christmas 2019 because of COVID. So yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know in the comments what your plans are for Christmas, Yule, like festivity, whatever it is that you celebrate or whatever it is that you do around this time of year. Yeah, let me know if you have any plans. I think I'm going to stop here. Don't really have much more to say. Thank you so much for watching and for coming back if you're a returning viewer. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you'd like to see more videos, and also by subscribing, it helps my channel grow. It helps me be a bit more visible to YouTube, and then YouTube can recommend my videos to other people. So I'm really, really grateful to all of you who have subscribed, and I wish you a very lovely rest of your day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!